Hello everyone! Here we are back inside the hardcore world, and I must say it's been quite some time. I'm officially back from the holidays, and I can't wait for all of the projects that we're going to work on in the next few months. Today we're going to go ahead and finish as many floors as possible to finally complete the biggest project of this series. Well, my friends, first thing we have to do is collect a bunch of jungle wood. But first, hello my friend, what do you sell? Some daisies, wheat seeds, and packed ice. Nothing interesting unfortunately, just a quick nudge. Oh! Sorry my friend, nobody saw that, alright? Let's go to sleep as the day draws to an end, and with the beginning of a new day, it's time to look for a forest. And I think I know exactly where we can find one. First of all, let me go ahead and grab some rockets. Perfect. One more ender chest. And I really can't remember why these books are in my inventory. So for now, let's go ahead and put them right here, alongside with these books, the iron, emeralds, item frames, and I'm gonna keep the shield inside of our shulker box. With all of this done, let's go ahead and get inside the nether, make our way towards the Badlands biome, because right next to it, there's a huge jungle with plenty of trees. Find the tallest one, and let's go ahead and start gathering. Welcome back my friends. The jungle wood is slowly being collected inside this chest, and I also gathered quite a lot right here, with some very nice looking gold. As this keeps doing its thing, I really want to keep gathering more wood, so it's time to find the dark oak forest and gather as much dark oak as we possibly can. A quick stop at the wood storage to drop off the content of this shulker box as easily as this, and once it's done, I think I know exactly where we can find a dark oak forest. Awesome, now that it's empty, let's put it back inside the ender chest and make our way right here, where I'm pretty sure there's a dark oak forest. Let's go ahead and increase the render distance a little bit, just to make it easier to find, and there we go. Very close to one another, we have a birch forest, a dark wood forest right here, and even a jungle biome, which is really amazing. So I think starting from the shore, it's time to keep gathering. Alright, we have taken quite good care of this forest, and we also found some friends, but I guess we're going to worry about them later, because right now we're on a mission to get the 2 remaining wood types that we need to complete more floors on our wood storage system. So let's go ahead and leave all of the dark oak right here, so it can be sorted automatically, this shulker box too, and this one as well. There we go. And now with over 1000 jungle logs and dark oak logs, we can go ahead and get some acacia saplings. And you know what? It's been so long this thing is here, and with my new pumpkin and melon farm, I don't really need this right now. So let's go ahead and remove everything. Just like so, and put all of these pumpkins and melons right here. And now I'm pretty sure back here, we should find some acacia. Birch, the oak, the jungle right here. And yes, there it is. Well, my friends, I'm sure you know what we have to do now. And the acacia has been chopped down, and I'm pretty sure that a little bit more than a shulker box should be just fine, but I guess we'll find out when it comes to building. Now off we go, doing the same exact thing for the mangrove. So let's go ahead and grab these 2 shulker boxes and this ender chest, and of course I don't want to forget my bed, and we can go ahead and fly towards the wood sorter, where we can go ahead and keep sorting everything that we need. Alright, the acacia logs have been sorted, now just missing the leaves and the saplings. Let's just go ahead and make sure that everything is auto sorting correctly, and while I'm at it, I'm just gonna go ahead and add the acacia leaves right here, so we can use them later. And yes, it does seem like it. Everything is sorting the way that it should. Well, let's go ahead and let that do its thing as we make our way to the nether, so we can go ahead and mend some of our items. I'm gonna go ahead and equip this in the offhand, equip the axe, and get towards this door. And now we wait. And there we go. And our last stop before chopping down the mangrove is our mob farm to get a ton of bone for all of the bone meal that we're going to need to get the mangrove propagules. So let's make our way back and go ahead and grab 1 mangrove leaf, and in the same spot as last time, let's go ahead and clear out the grass, place down the mangrove leaf, and bone meal it to get the propagules. And if you didn't know, check this out. I'm gonna go my controls, my keybinds, and the use item or place block, I'm gonna go ahead and change it to something else. And now as I click G, the bone meal is gonna be applied much faster. Just like this. Unless I break the leaf, of course. I'll be right back when I have a lot of propagules. Alright, I think one stack should do. So let's go ahead and change the keybind, get rid of these leaves, get some more bone meal, and finally plant down all of these propagules. There we go, that's all of them. So starting from the back, let's go ahead and bone meal them to make them grow into amazing mangrove trees. Awesome. And with all of the propagules bone mealed, we now have quite a crazy looking mangrove tree. Let's go ahead and start chopping it down. Alright, there we go. Now this is not a lot of mangrove, but I'm gonna do my best to make it last, because it's so annoying to chop this down. But with this done, let's go ahead and pick up our item and make our way back to the wood sorter, where we can finally sort the last of our items. And now all we have to do is wait a little bit. And just to be safe, I'm gonna go ahead and wait right here. Oh, and before I forget, there's also a ton of jungle wood right here, which is still coming up. So let's go ahead and grab all of it, so we are 100% sure of having all the wood that we need. Well, this is going to take a lot of time, so let's go ahead and see if we have enough material to start this 4th floor. Oh yes, the jungle logs are coming, and we already have some leaves, so the only thing missing are some stone bricks for the outline. There we go. And why not some cobblestone as well? Alright, my friends. We have done a lot of chopping, a lot of gathering, but now I really think it's time that we start building. Let's go! Welcome back everyone! Wow, this took such a long time. If I had to estimate the amount of time this took, it was a little over 2 hours every single floor. But now that 3 floors are done, let's go ahead and check them out, shall we? Starting of course with the jungle floor. The front of this one truly looks incredible, with a lot of circular design, which remind me a lot of the jungle temples. And inside, of course we have the storage system, a nice little water elevator, which is not quite done yet, so we'll have to finish that together. A very high ceiling, and of course on the back, a nice little corridor for more storage if we need it. And right here some stairs that are gonna bring us up so we can make sure everything here is fine. And of course I tried to make the walls as interesting as possible by adding these interesting deep designs. Making our way down to the dark oak layer, I really wanted to update the design with a ton of arches. And as I started building the first few arches, these giant columns reminded me a lot of the Gothic churches. So I kept all of this floor design vertical, and as you can see from the inside, with a ton of Gothic arches as well. Here we have another water elevator, and in the back a nice staircase that brings us all the way up to check on the system. And I had so much fun creating these walls. Every single floor is completely unique in its own way, and it's giving me plenty of ideas for other incredible builds that we're eventually going to build in this hardcore world. Now off we go down to the Acacia layer, which I tried to keep as square as possible to contrast with all of these round floors, with some huge columns in the front, of course my tall ceilings, and this time a crazy wall design. And in the back, the crazy wall design continues, and everything is as tall as I could make it. So just to recap, here's the jungle layer with a beautiful interior, here's the dark oak layer with its very eerie vibes, and for now last but definitely not least, the Acacia layer with its giant columns and I think quite creative interior design. Oh wow my friends, this did take a very long time, but it looks incredible, and all the floors together really make this the biggest structure I've ever built in all of my Minecraft worlds. And look at that, we have some friends. I don't think I've ever seen a raid this big. Anyways, enough talking, I think it's time that we add the final adjustments to this build. Starting of course with gathering the soul sand that we can use for the water elevators, and I don't want to forget some bone meal from the bones, and of course some kelp. So let's make our way back inside the jungle floor where we can place down the soul sand, the kelp, and start bone mealing it. There we go, just like that. Now we can break it off and make our way up. Oh yes, and if I make my way up to the birch layer, you can see that we have a section to come up and a section to go down. But as I kept building layers, I realized I can just go down doing this. But to go back up, I don't want to waste too many rockets. So that's why I added a single water elevator on every single floor. Anyways, let's make our way down to the dark oak layer, where we can go ahead and do the exact same thing by placing the soul sand down, the kelp, and finally a ton of bone meal, just to realize I missed a couple trapdoors. Let's go ahead and fix this by tracking some trapdoors right here. Alright, much better. Let's go ahead and close these. Alright, and I'm very happy that the water stopped here at the bottom, because there's a lot of redstone here that I really wouldn't like to get broken. Alright, now that this is waterproof, let's go ahead and break the kelp and make our way up. I don't think I'm ever gonna get tired of water elevators in Minecraft. Let's go ahead and make our way to the Acacia layer, and you guessed it, soul sand, kelp, bone meal, break, and make our way up. And now with the water elevators done, let's go ahead and grab some fences and place them around each hole for decoration. This is the Acacia done, the dark oak, and finally the jungle. And just like this my friends, we've completed 3 more floors. However, we're so close to completing the whole build, and because I have a little project idea for the nether layers, I think it's time we finish the overworld layers once and for all. But this time we're gonna go ahead and do it together, because I really get the feeling that this video was just time lapses, and I have no idea why, but villagers keep getting stuck up here. Well, as long as they don't fall down, everything should be fine. So let's go ahead and grab the stone cutter and the ender chest, some sticks, bone meal, and some stone, and I think that's all. Make our way down to the mangrove layer, place down the stone cutter, the ender chest, and place everything that we do not need for now inside this barrel. Awesome. I'm also gonna grab a couple more rockets and some more food, and while I'm at it, I also want to refill this water bucket right here with a lot of friends. Let's make our way out and start preparing this mangrove layer so we can work on it. Let's grab some mangrove, some leaves, well, not all of them, and put a leaf right here so that the beacon works every single time, no matter the layers. I also want to make some mangrove planks and go ahead and fill in this gap. It was here because at first I thought I was gonna do some stairs between layers, but having done that for the first couple layers, I realized that a water elevator is much funnier and much faster. So let's go ahead and fill this up, just like so. Now let's go ahead and get rid of these stone bricks. One here, the second one right here, and the third one underneath this block, which I added when I was building the floors, just to make sure I didn't create a mob spawner. Let's place back this block, remove this plank here, Alright, you're gonna stay there then. By the looks of it, we're more than ready to start building on this floor, with quite a lot of mangrove, and as you've seen before, a ton of mangrove leaves. I think all that's left to do is find the secondary block. As you can see here, I use stone, deep slate, more deep slate, diorite, and more stone. But I don't really know what to use for the mangrove. Let's go ahead and sleep the night, and maybe dreams will bring wisdom. Unfortunately, I still don't know. Let's go ahead and check what we have, because I was thinking mud bricks at first, but that requires a ton of wheat, which, I don't have. It's a very long process to convert all of the dirt into mud. So instead, let's go ahead and see if granite works well with mangrove. I am not 100% sure, but I'm more than happy to give it a try. Also because we have a ton of granite right here, we might as well use it to get rid of all of these chests slowly but surely. So I want my mangrove back and my granite, and we can make our way back down so we can finally start building this thing. Starting as always with the front entrance, so let's go ahead and grab some granite, remove these torches, and now try to understand how I would like this facade to look like. Alright, I think this spacing should do fine. So now I'm going to go ahead and make some stairs and place them upside down just like so. Now with the mangrove, it's time to bring these pillars up by 7 blocks. And because I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this side before I start working on the other one. Let's go ahead and make some mangrove stairs, and I'm gonna try to implement a pyramid pattern just like this with the stairs, so it looks something like so. Let's go ahead and do a smaller pyramid on this side. Perfect. And now I want to make the front look a little less flat. So let's make our way up to the other floor, where I'm pretty sure I have some stone. There we go. That I can turn into stone bricks and use as temporary blocks. So let's grab some leaves, make a little platform, and start adding some polished granite stairs. Awesome. On the stairs, I'm gonna go ahead and add some leaves. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and top everything off with another stair, some polished granite, and repeat the same pattern on top like I did at the bottom. So let's make our way with stairs towards the next column, granite block, some more stairs, and finally the last granite block. Now let's go ahead and make our way down, eat something, and I'm gonna try to repeat this pyramid pattern on the top as well. Alright, it's not all gonna fit, but I think this is gonna do nicely. Let's go ahead and add the stairs. Awesome, just like that. Now it's time to create the other columns, and indeed add another pyramid pattern right here. This one should fit nicely. And to connect these two stairs, I'm gonna go ahead and craft a trapdoor and place it right here. There we go. Now let's go ahead and make the entrance more interesting by adding some stairs. Same thing on this side. Awesome. And now of course repeat the same thing on the top. Oh yes. And before getting rid of this pathway, I'm gonna get some sticks, craft a couple mangrove fences, and place them on each side so I can put lanterns to give this whole wall a little bit of shine. Now on the back right here, I wanted to fill everything up with leaves, which I think is gonna give a very nice depth to our wall. But it doesn't look particularly good right here. So let me grab some birch and all of this glowstone and lanterns just in case. And let's turn the birch into planks, the planks into slabs, and the slabs into composters, so we can then place down like this and add some fences to make these leaves look like nice little trees. Let's go ahead and put some stairs just like this, and I'm gonna make my way up to work on this top section right here. First of all, I think I'm gonna add another layer of leaves so I can go ahead and add some stairs and fill everything in. Alright, some mangrove there, some strip mangrove here with a stair, not like this, with a stair just like this, and with another stair on top as well. And I think I'm going to go ahead and continue the strip mangrove all the way until the next section. So close. Alright, mangrove here, stairs right here, and down too. And of course mangrove. Time to make some more stairs. And now getting rid of all of these temporary blocks, we can go ahead and check how everything looks. Oh yes, my friends, I really like the way that it's starting to look, but it's definitely missing some green at the top, so let's go ahead and make our way up and over, so we can go ahead and add the remaining details. Awesome, and this is much more like a completed wall. So now all we have to do is repeat the same thing on the opposite side. And with a little bit of movie magic, there we go. Wow, this actually took such a long time. But now these two sides are identical. So now let's try to understand what we want to do with this middle section right here. First things first, let's make our way up. And I think I'm going to start by extending this layer, maybe adding a couple more blocks, and now a bunch of stairs. Alright, this is already looking very good. For the mangrove, I'm gonna add some right here, extending all the way down to the intersection, top it off with a stair on both sides. And now I think it's time to make good use of these trapdoors. And probably also go ahead and strip these logs, which I think already looks much better. Now it's time to add a light source, so let's bring this down a little bit, add one chain, and finally a lantern. And although I think it's starting to look very nice, I think there's a couple things missing. So let's start by adding the trapdoors on all sides, much better. I think I'm gonna change the directions of these stairs to point inwards. And of course nothing is truly done without some leaves. Oh yes, and now this huge entrance is completely done. Now that we finished the entrance, let's go ahead and grab even more granite, and some of this glowstone as well, so we can start working on this wall. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and outline everything with granite, making sure to keep an interesting pattern. And now that our room has this nice little trim to it, let's pick a side and start working on a cool design. First of all, we're not gonna see these corners, so let me go ahead and fill them up with granite. And of course, same thing with these corners right here. Awesome. Now let's go ahead and grab some mangrove, and I really want to keep these nice pyramid shapes. So let's go ahead and keep making them all the way up. Alright, something like this looks really cool. Now let's go ahead and add some depth right here with a glowstone and a trapdoor. The glowstone is really gonna help light up the whole wall. Let's go ahead and make some more trapdoors and some more stairs. Now that we reached the top section, let's go ahead and add a separation with some leaves, continue the top trim right here with polished granite, and start working on some nice pyramids that will decorate all of the top. For this section right here, just to add some extra depth, let's go ahead and mine one block, add some glowstone strategically, and fill the rest with leaves. Now we can go ahead and put the trapdoors and add some stairs for a little more texture, and maybe also strip the bottom pyramid. Alright, with this done, let's make our way down to look at the wall. Oh yes, my friends, this is looking truly wonderful indeed. And for this flat area in the middle, we can always go ahead and fill it up with leaves and add some fences. Alright, there we go. And with one wall done, my friends, time to do the same thing on the other side. Alright, awesome, just like this. The more I look at it, the more I really like the leaves in the middle. But as I'm building this, I keep falling down, so I better get some food. Alright, now we have to figure out what to do with this back section. But because it's already time to stream, I think I'm going to go ahead and do all of this wall live on YouTube, and I'll see you when it's done. Oh, and by the way, I stream every single Wednesday on YouTube at 7 PM. If you don't know what to do at that time, come join the stream. I would love to have you around. Welcome back, my friends. Wow, the stream went on for 1 hour and it was so much fun. I hope to see you next time. Anyways, as you can see behind me, we haven't only done the wall, but we've also practically completed this whole floor. So as we make our way inside, with a nice little storage system, we have the walls we built together, but also right here the back wall, which looks truly incredible, with a nice little table for a quick snack on the go. And on this side, of course, the bubble elevator, but if we make our way up the stairs, we can see the next section of the wall, and of course make sure everything is fine in the storage system. But with this, my friends, I think we've done quite a lot of work today. And if anything, the only thing missing is to work on the stairs. So let me go ahead and empty my inventory of the things that I do not need. And I really hope that this mangrove is going to be enough. By the looks of it, I don't think it is. Not to fear though, I'm sure we can get some more later on. Let's go ahead and sleep the night and start by bringing up this mangrove pillar. Oop, which I just missed. Let's go ahead, second try. There we go. Let's put it on our offhand, and with the axe equipped, we can just right click. Perfect, now all of this side is done with the mangrove. All I'm missing is this one pillar right here. So let's go ahead and get as much done with the mangrove that we have, just like so. Then make our way down, fill this gap with planks, and now add a couple stairs. And yes, this is all the mangrove that I have. I really did use all of it on this layer. Not to fear, let's go ahead and get some dark oak, some planks, some stairs, and more planks, and all the wood that we need, plus some more. Let's go ahead and make some more stairs. This should be enough. And let's go ahead and finish putting the dark oak. The sides have been done. Now I have to put the stairs with a little bit more mangrove. And the stairs have been done, so let's go ahead and put back the dark oak and get the jungle. And the jungle is all done, and now off to finish the acacia. And now the acacia is also completely done. And this whole build is really starting to take shape very nicely. Well, although I really don't feel like it, my friends, I'm not going to end this video until we finish the staircase with the woods of the layers that we have done in this episode. So as you can very well see, everything is done except the mangrove. So let's go ahead and chop some down, finish placing it, and then we can move to the naming. Welcome back, my friends. After over an hour of chopping down mangrove and placing it back down inside the stair, I'm happy to say it's actually completely done. Let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? I really love the view from this hill up here. So let's get a little closer. There we go. As you can see, every single layer is completely done. And the only thing missing are going to be the warped stem and the crimson stems. But I have a little idea for this on the next episode. So as is tradition, every single time that I finish a floor, I also have to add the wood type inside the stair. And as you can see, the only two woods missing are indeed indeed the nether woods. And from down here this thing looks absolutely massive. And I really like all of the little details that went inside each wall. Let me know which one is your favorite. And this, my friends, brings this hardcore episode to an end. But before I go, out of all the amazing names that you suggested in the comments of my previous videos, I chose 4 which I consider to be the best ones. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and start naming. Starting with my friend Alex, who would like me to name a village bell Taco. So there you go, my friend. I really like this name. So let's go ahead and put the village bell back where it belongs. Maybe ring it a little bit to cause some panic. Oh yes. It's so nice to see this village completely populated. Next up we have my friend Dam, who would like me to name my ender chest Pandora's box. So there you go, my friend. Another amazing name, because I never know what I can find inside this ender chest. And I'm also a very big fan of Greek mythology. Next up we have my friend Unfinished Sentence, who asked me to name a melon Wadzi. So there you go. And I think this one should go inside the Hall of Fame. Voila, my friend. A great omen to a great Minecrafter. And last but definitely not least, following up this amazing shield name No You Don't, my friend Tony asked me to rename a sword to No You Didn't. And now this awesome duo can have their place inside the Hall of Fame. There you go. And now, my friends, as we make our way back to the wood sorter, it's time to call it an episode. Thank you all so much for watching. It's so nice to be back from vacation, and I have so many projects planned that I cannot wait to share them with you. If you're one of the few people watching until here, know that you're awesome, and go ahead and leave me a comment telling me how much you love chocolate ice cream, just to confuse everybody else. It's gonna be our little secret. Anyways, without any further ado, my friends, I will see you all in the next hardcore episode. Bye bye. This is honestly so cool. Oh wow.